was rest like they wanted me to, I guess. No, they didn't want me to rest. I want to get going. Leave. Dum, 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 dum. Ooh, nice. You look at all the food freshly placed in the supply carts. What's all this about, you ask Oddleaf. The clansmen are trying to help as much as possible now, she says. Whenever they can, they'll forage for nuts and berries, or fish and hunt. She hands you a piece of fruit. They may not know how to fight, but they can keep us alive by keeping us fed. Thank you, clansman. So if I stop at a camp now, a crowd begins to cheer from one of the longships as a man struggles with his fishing net. As the catch nears the surface, some voice concerns, "You're close enough to make it a large shape in what looks like fur or hair in the net." This is going to turn badly. Fire an arrow into the mass. Keep watching as the man hauls out. Why not? Bear cub, shouts the man with the net. Long dead. What's it mean? Superstitions blow across the ship like a gale. Talk of plague and famine. Make eyes go wide and you notice Bulwark at the bow of the ship, staring at the cub and brooding more than usual. Shit. Morale decline. I'm gonna rest. Shit. Shouts from one of the rear longships grab everyone's attention. The quick construction is proving faulty and the ship is taking on water fast. With dredge on the bank and all other ships almost at capacity, you consider your options. No, I don't want to do that. Bank the longship for repairs. Yep, I want to fight. Ropes are thrown to those aboard the sinking longship as hauled towards the bank. A few dredge appear, but keep their distance. Their glowing eyes and strange hums unnerve the caravan as workers make necessary repairs. Alright, we're camping. They want me to camp pretty badly, it seems. I keep pushing escape because I think that's how you save the game, or in my experience, that's how you save the game. I don't get it either. Welcome in. What can you show me? Try to keep up. Oh! What did he say in the last part? If, I complete what lessons? 5 lessons before we do what? Maybe another time. Let's rest. Morale improved. Still not improved very much though. There we go. Let's leave. Ooh, the game. Ooh, place there. We're probably going to stop and have a battle. Almost guaranteed. We still see some snow. A desperate looking lot of adults and Varl stand on the shoreline waving you down. You probably look similar going anywhere with fiber. They look hungry, but can they be trusted? Slow the boats and ask their needs? Sure. The basics, Varl says. Food, safety, trade routes are empty. Food, safety, trade routes are empty. Up to 24 humans, half look like they've seen battle. We're not asking them on board. Here's food, you had to find safety elsewhere. Your clansmen are glad to share some supplies. A few on the shore beg to join you, but they quickly fall silent, gratefully filling their mouths with food. Varl remain both motionless and expressionless, quietly watching as you pass. I don't want them on my boats up to shit. And you know for sure that they'll be up to shit. Smoke from a village catches everyone's attention, and the longship begins to slow. I doubt these scraps of wood that we're floating on can hold many more, Ivor says. You feel the governor's gaze on you, and he slowly shakes his head. Governor? We'll help as many as we can. They might resupply us for our trouble. I want to fight. Our cocks eyebrow. And ooh, well resupplied them when they realize the trade routes are blocked by dredge. You give them a look and wave ships to shore. When ships land, you and a few others rush toward the smoke, but the closer you get, the stranger the situation. There's no sounds of battle or people panicking to put out fires. Keep going, Bulwark growls. We'll see what the dead are carrying. The Varro's comet defies tradition, but so do many things about him. Like he chopped off his horns. Push on the village to investigate. A barn is the only thing burning. No one is around. Unusual, Oddly says. Some kind of trick? This feels like a trap. Let's get back to ships. You arrive in time to see a bunch of armed strangers throwing your people from a ship full of supplies and pushing away from the bank. From behind arrow riddle shield, their leader nods to you. No! You help pull people from the water and find them placed in a running crowd of ships. Governor Rugga silently stares at you. What an asshole. That's fine. Less people. And our supplies are doing alright. A large clump of hazelnut trees look like a good place for clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while kicking around leather rat balls of rags. There's a Varro on the edges of a clearing, silently staring into the woods. He's watching a lone dredge grunt stalk a squirrel. Might be 100 of them in these woods, the Varro whispers. The Varro's whisper is still loud enough to scare the squirrel and alert the grunt. Looks at you and the Varro before slowly backing up. Watch the dredge, track it if possible. Sure. The grunt runs away. You silently follow, but stop when you discover a clearing with a few small animal bones lying about. Meager meals for one. Near the bones stands a stunning statue of a dragon, and terror courses down your spine. You want to get away from it. Fight your fear and take the statue. Each step towards the statue adds to your doubts until your hands wrap around it. You realize you've been holding your breath and sigh with relief. Gormor statue. Back in the ship, the clansmen discuss your old experience along with the nuts they've collected. Smiles appear on most faces. Ooh. Ooh, nice.
Carved rock on a vacant island. Aselei's Godstone almost looks lonely.
In the last game, you could get items from every Godstone. Let's see what happens here. These are always really beautiful too. She's even more beautiful than the song says. If you say so. She looks like she's bald. Her scalp probably exfoliated and fell off. Oh, do I have to click on it? Right. Clansmen of Varro are admiring the Godstone when you notice some are missing. It's Volvark and his ravens, Aselei says. They look rather upset by the music and all the singing, he shrugs. If they rather hang around that large cart instead of joining us, I won't take it personally. But come closer, let me introduce you to Aselei, the god of streaming waters. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those of us traveling on familiar lands. Skald runs a finger over small etchings in the stone. Inscriptions from all those who were lost, but found a way back home with their help. Okay, listen to more Aselei's tale. Some say her stone shows the struggle of leaving the familiar to see what's over the next hill. Aselei looks at the ropes tied around part of her and smiles. Before the gods died, her stone supposedly stood tall and moved a few steps each year. So people are always trying to make sure she stays put. Ava looks at you grinning. Have you the strength to hold her, or a gift with which to entice her? Pull on one of the stronger ropes. You wrap your hands around one of the larger ropes and begin to pull. It feels as pointless as expected, and Aselei's Godstone does not budge. Something sounds like it fell down. Suddenly you are joined by Akon and Ivor who lend their strength. Others quickly join until the rope snaps. Everyone sprawls into a laughing heap. Return to where the clansmen have set up camp and see someone, a woman in torn robes, slip from your tent. She blends in with other families. After making sure nothing is missed in your tent, you let it go. Hey, we have a goddess among us. Woohoo! Achievement. Aselei. I don't know how to say her name. I'm sorry. What's this? Shown. Yeah, I know that. Keep in mind the fire is consumed. Yeah, I know that. Speak to Sven in training tent to start training some of your clansmen to battle-ready fighters. Okay. I only have one fighter? Well, come on. Yes, same thing. Trainer looks past you at some boys and girls eager to learn. Teaching fighting to the young, Sven muses. They won't go back to hunting and foraging for food, you know. Sure you want to go through with this? Sure. Sven blows out his air through what? Blows out all his air through flapping lips. Then let's get it done. How many you want fighting for you? A few 100 new fighters will do fine. 50. How many? We have a lot of Varl. Let's get 100. We got enough food and water to last us a day and a half, Sven asked. That's what it'll take for me to break them from running at first sign of trouble. We got enough food and water. Yeah, make it happen. Make it so. I guess we won't get as much supplies anymore. The two Varl look deep in conversation. Ivor catches your eye and waves you over. So they've all armed themselves and are running from something, but what? Akon is becoming a dread scholar, trying to understand the motivation of our enemy. It's just strange that we've never seen their women fight until recently. Good thing, too. We might have lost the Great Wars. You think about what to say. Has anyone ever talked to a dredge? Juno says there's darkness coming. I want to ask all these things. Can I ask all of them? Both Farah look at each other. There are rumors that some have tried and been killed in the process. A lot of nonsense. Skull tells about the sound of a dredge's voice making your skin fall off. So there's been no communication with the enemy. Is that normal? We were too busy killing to worry about a fireside chat. Besides, they only ever make warbling sounds. This makes me think of a bunch of dredge just sitting in trees like birds and warbling. Because anyone that's talked to them, it'd be the Volca. But good luck getting them to give you a straight answer. I can't ask all these things. Awesome. Juno says there's a darkness coming. But what Volcas say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecy. Still, it might explain what a dredge are everywhere. Like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. Or maybe it's just a new tactic for a new war. There's definitely something big and bad up there. Like that giant worm. If they learn to crack the ground and call a giant serpent, then we're all dead and just don't know it yet. What happened back then? A great deal of killing on both sides. Imagine waking up to dredge attacks every night. Back then, the sun actually set. You wake up to a sound and see nothing but glowing eyes around you. Vignar probably told you we've never got close to pushing them back to the depths they call home. Actually, Ivor has never said much about the past. Oh? Ivor says nothing, just holds Hakon's stare. Well, he's probably got more stories than you could ever hear in your short lifetime. Ivor is a nice bit older than Hakon. I'll leave you to figure out the big issues. You should know the clansmen are talking about us killing women and children, dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. I say if it's us or them, we'll make sure we're still standing. I'm bothered more by your decision to destroy Inertas Bridge. Let it go, Hakon. It was the best decision at the time. To collapse a bridge that cost thousands of our lives to build. If it weren't for your damned horns, Vignar, I swear you were an overgrown human. Two giants begin trading insults, and you step away, letting them vent. So, can I do training? I want to do training. Can you show me? Try to keep up. Oh, I want some training. So easy. Ooh, we're in a good mood now. Let's leave.